Please welcome CBS News anchor and managing editor, Katie Couric.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. First of all, I just want to say congratulations to all the winners tonight. I am so inspired and moved and humbled by the work that I've seen, and it's just exciting to see people in our business still informing the public and elevating the conversation. So thank you to all of you. Getting back to those interviews, which actually make me kind of uncomfortable watching them for the 78th time. These were certainly the most talked about interviews that I have ever done. In fact, cab drivers in New York and fellow travelers at the airport still comment on these interviews. Some say thank you, some don't, even though it's been well over a year since they aired. You know, when I was told that I would have an opportunity to interview Governor Sarah Palin, my goal was a simple one. Since there had been few opportunities to introduce her to the voting public in an unscripted setting, I wanted to find out where Governor Palin stood on a variety of critically important issues and help her communicate those positions to the American people. That was my only agenda. The much derided MSM, mainstream media, clearly still has a role in these increasingly partisan times. Had I been a journalist who unabashedly expresses his or her political point of view, be it on the left or the right, I believe the impact of these interviews would have been seriously diminished. While Governor Palin has complained about the way in which these interviews were conducted and my intentions, I feel I did the job that I was supposed to do. I also felt vindicated by Senator McCain, who, after the interview I conducted with the two of them that we just watched, said to me, with the cameras rolling, "I just want to say thank you very much for the in-depth interviews that you've done with me and with Governor Palin. I think it's helped inform the American people. You're very tough, but I think you're very fair." It was also gratifying to have Steve Schmidt, the McCain campaign strategist, say recently on 60 Minutes, "I don't think Katie Couric asked one unfair question." I did, however, ask plenty of follow-up questions. In fact, I think this interview, or this series of interviews, proves that follow-up questions are absolutely critical in an era when all too often non-answer answers are given and too readily accepted. There were, of course, many people involved in this process. CBS News President Sean McManus, who encouraged our election coverage to be out of the box and whose steady hand guides us every day. My executive producer and fearless leader, Rick Kaplan, who really guided that out-of-the-box coverage with almost childlike glee and enthusiasm. Producers Jen Ewell and Matt Lombardi, whose sound judgment was critical in the editing room. Lori Beecher, who made all the logistical arrangements, which were not easy, believe me. Editors Mike Cesario and Joe Frandino, who kept a close eye on the visual aspect of these interviews as well as the content. And everyone at CBS News who contributed to this effort. And I really want to give a special shout out to my former colleague, Brian Goldsmith, who I call Brianpedia, who is in his first year at Stanford Law School, for spending hours, and I'm saying hours, with me, researching articles, combing through the public record, and crafting these questions. Who knew that an off-the-cuff one about magazines and newspapers would get so much attention? Thank you so much to Columbia University and to the DuPont panel. You know, I once got a Peabody Award for the on-air colonoscopy I did on the Today Show. And to be honest, although it was quite bittersweet for personal reasons, it was a thrill. But to be given this award, really, is as a validation of pure journalism and as a validation of my ability to be a practitioner of that is just enormously exciting. So thank you all so much.